Hello, how do you think advantage of
What do you think advantages like to be in US?
Hello, may I know your name?
My name is Elinor Sherisna.
Okay, so first I'm gonna ask you about the basic questions about yourself. Where do you come from?
I came from Merapu, Lawas, Sarawak.
So how old are you?
I am 21 years old.
Okay, so in which university are you continuing your study?
Currently, I'm studying in University Malaysia Sabah.
Oh, so when did you arrive in UMS?
I came to UMS on last December 2020.
So is this your first time to be in Sabah?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay. How do you feel about to be in UMS?
Actually, for now, it's quite stressful to be here.
I see. So what program are you taking?
Currently, I'm taking geography courses in social science faculty.
Okay. So what are the interesting activities that can be done in UMS?
I think it was cycling and picnic in Odek or walking anywhere in UMS.
Oh, that's a nice idea.
Yes.
Can I ask about how many people living in your house?
Currently, it was 3 people in my house.
Okay, I see. The last question is, how do you unplug at the end of each day to manage your workload of assignments and avoid burnout?
Usually, I watch Netflix, YouTube, or I will sleep the whole day.
Okay. So next, we're gonna move about the specific questions about our topic. The first question is, what example of essential you need to carry with yourself when you go outside during this pandemic?
Usually, I will make sure that I bring a mask and hand sanitizer.
Yes, I agree with you. The next question is, what are the advantages of online classes?
I think it was sometimes it was boring and it's hard to focus and it's easy to sleep also in classes.
So next is, what are the advantages of online classes during this pandemic?
The advantages of online classes is you didn't need to go outside for classes and you just need to sit in front of the laptop for classes or lecture.
Okay. So Yuli, do you prefer online classes or physical classes?
Actually, I prefer physical classes more because it's more easy for me to understand the lecture.
Yes, I also agree with you with that. Has this pandemic affected your daily life routines and how?
Yes, of course, it affected my daily life routine because I cannot go out a lot and I need to stay home in the the whole time.
Okay, I understand. And what do you think about the advantages staying at home during this MCO?
I think the advantages is I have more time for myself, my family also.
The next question is, what is the impact of COVID-19 and lockdown on your mental health in university?
I think it's affected my mental health because I get a lot of stress and I get a lot of burnout also because of that. Yeah.
And I would like to ask you about, do you get help during the COVID season in university?
Yes, especially in when it was PKPD and UMS. For example, such as they gave us food and mask.
Oh, I see. And how do you manage your emotion during this COVID-19 pandemic season?
I spend a lot of time for myself. I watch my favorite movie, my favorite artist, music, like that.
Oh, I see. And the last question is, what is the habit that you should practice to prevent COVID-19 in campus?
For myself, it was you need to bring hand sanitizer anyway, constantly using it, and do not touch anything such as the stay holder, and keep the distancing with each other, and use mask everywhere, every time.
Yes, I am very agree with you with that. Thank you so much, Yuli, for anticipating in my interview project.
Okay, thank you. You're welcome.
Hi. Okay, currently I'm doing an interview project for my oral communication subject. So do you mind share a few minutes for me?
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Thank you. Before we start, here's some sanitizer.
Thank you.
Welcome. Okay, I think you can remove your mask.
Sure.
So shall we start?
Sure.
Hi, what's your name?
Hi, my name is Minyani.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
What program are you taking?
I'm taking geology.
In which university are you studying?
University Malaysia Sabah.
When did you arrive in UMS?
2 months ago, around March.
How old are you?
I'm 21 years old.
How many people living in the house?
Including me, there's 5.
Where do you come from?
I'm from Kajang, Selangor.
How do you unplug at the end of each day to manage your workload of assignment and avoid burnout?
Usually I'll watch some YouTube videos or vlogs, and sometimes I'll read a book to distress.
Okay. What are the interesting activities that can be done in UMS?
So far, I've went to Odai, which is a beach in UMS.
Yeah.
And then there's UMS Peak, a hill that you could hike. And also you could rent some bicycles to cycle in the evening.
How do you feel to be in UMS?
So far it's good. It's a new experience for me as I am a first year student.
Is this your first time to be in Sabah?
Yes.
Okay, well, I need to ask some questions based on our topic. So the first question is, what example of essential you need to carry by yourself during this pandemic?
I would say face mask is a must, and hand sanitizers, and also hand lotion, as my hand tends to get too dry when I apply sanitizers.
What are the disadvantages of online classes?
For me, I think I lose concentration easily, and I get distracted quite easily too. Sometimes I also experience an internet problem, and I have difficulties in joining the class.
So what are the advantages of online classes?
I think for online classes, it saves students a lot of time from traveling back and forth from college to faculty.
Do you prefer online classes or physical classes during this pandemic?
During this pandemic, I prefer online classes as it is much safer.
Has this pandemic affected your daily life routine, and how?
Yes, it affects me a lot since before this pandemic, I can go around maskless and without having to distance myself from anyone. But now it's the other way around.
What do you think disadvantages staying at home during this MCO?
Staying at home gives me extra time to look upon myself and improve my insecurities.
What is the impact of COVID-19 and lockdown on your mental health in university?
So far, I'm good, but sometimes I'm also stressed since online classes, our lecturers tend to give more assignments to finish.
Do you get help during this COVID season in university?
Yes, last month I think we got help from Sim Darby. They gave us personal protective equipment, foods, and also shower gels and body soaps.
That's good. How do you manage your emotion during this COVID-19 pandemic season?
When I'm stressed, I'll talk to my family or my friends, and sometimes I go exercise and play volleyball.
What are the habits that you should practice to prevent COVID-19 in campus?
In campus, now I'm practicing social distancing, and also whenever I came back from going out, I'll make sure to sanitize myself and take a shower first before I do anything else.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Hi Usna, nice to meet you.
Hi Aisha, nice to meet you too.
Currently, I'm doing my interview project for oral communication subject. So can we start?
Yes, sure.
Okay. So what program are you taking?
I'm taking International Tropical Forestry.
Okay. So when do you arrive in UMS?
Since last year on 31st December 2020.
How old are you?
I'm 22 years old.
20 years old. Okay. So in which university are you continue your study?
Currently, I'm studying at University Malaysia Sabah.
How many people living in your house?
There's 6 people, including me.
Where do you come from?
I'm from Kelantan.
Oh, so how do you unplug at the end of each day to manage your workload of assignment and avoid burnout?
Usually, I create a schedule so that I can manage to complete my assignment on time.
So what are the interesting activity that can be done in UMS?
There's a lot of interesting activities that can be done in UMS, such as cycling, or you can go to Odek to see sunrise and sunset, and also you can hiking at UMS Peak.
Okay, so how do you feel to be in UMS?
I feel happy because I can see my friends, even though now we are MCO, but at least you can reduce your stress by...
Okay, so is this your first time to be in Sabah?
No, because currently I'm third year student.
So what example of essentials you need to carry with yourself when you go outside during this pandemic?
I always bring hand sanitizer, extra mask, and other hygiene such as wet tissue.
Okay, what are the disadvantages of online classes?
Actually, there's a lot of disadvantages during these online classes, such as actually we don't really understand what we are studying, and we only do the assignment due to due date.
Okay. Okay, so what are the advantage of online classes during this pandemic?
For the advantage, I think there's only one advantage, which we can minimize our costs for education.
So do you prefer online classes or physical class during?
For me, I prefer physical classes because for my course we need to do a lot of outdoor activities such as fieldwork, lab, and other activities.
So has this pandemic affected your daily life routine and how?
Yes, it's very affected because since MCO we can't meet our friend and we can't create more memories because currently I'm 30 years. Next year is my last year, so for me very affected, and we can't do a lot of field work.
Okay. So what do you think of advantage staying at home during MCO?
The advantage of staying at home, you can create more time with your family. So you can have such a good relationship with your family. And
Okay. So what is the impact of COVID-19 and lockdown on your mental health in university?
in fact, I think my mental is currently breakdown there's a lot of incoming assignment, and the due date is the gap of the due date.
Do you get help during the COVID season in university?
Yes, university and NGO provide us such as pocket money, raw material, and also toiletries for us.
So how do you manage your emotion during this COVID-19 pandemic season?
I manage my emotion during this pandemic by we are doing an interesting activities with my friend, such as cycling and hiking.
So the last one, okay. What are the habits that you should practice to prevent COVID-19 in campus?
Well, for me, we need to practice their SOP that provided by the government, such as social distancing, wear a mask even though we only in campus, and frequent use hand sanitizer.
Oh, so that's all. Thank you, Husna.
Okay, thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nurul Bashabati Fikri. So today I would like to make an interview with my friend regarding the new normal lifestyle of students during pandemic COVID-19. So here with me is Miss Dina. Assalamualaikum Dina.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, Bashira.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Okay, so Dina, can you introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Dina Imaniati binti Rushdi. I am 20 years old. I live in Taman Sri Teruntum at Kuantan, Pahang.
So how many people living in your house right now?
It is about 6 people include me.
6 people, like you. Oh, I see. So as students, which university do you choose to continue your studies?
I choose to continue my studies in Open University Malaysia, Kuantan, Pahang.
Open University Malaysia. Is it OUM?
Yeah, it's OUM.
Oh, so what program are you taking?
I took diploma in Islamic Studies with Education.
Wow, Islamic Studies. Okay, Dina, why did you choose OUM instead of other universities?
It is because I worked as a permanent teacher, and for me, OUM is the only one university that provides ODL, which is Open and Distance Learning.
Oh, okay. So, can you tell me how do you feel to be a student in OUM?
What I can tell you is, being a student that currently has a permanent work, this university surely can help me to manage more well in my studies and other work stuff.
So, does it mean that you become as a part-time student?
Yes, absolutely, yes.
I
I am,
see.
because I'm half student and half worker. Like that.
Okay, so when did you attend the class?
I will attend the class only on weekends, so that I can work at my school on weekdays at that.
Oh, I see. So, as student, like you have a lot of work. So, how do you unplug at the end of each day to manage your workload of assignments and also to avoid burnout?
I usually create my own timetable and reminders in order to finish my assignments perfectly on time and have a very good sleep to avoid burnout.
I see. So, Dina, recently our Prime Minister, Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin, stated that our country grapples with rising COVID-19 infections. Then, he announced the new MCO 3.0 for a period of 14 days from 1 June until 14 June. So, in your opinion, what example of essential that you need to carry when you go outside during this pandemic?
There are a few important things that I need to take with me when going out during a pandemic, such as wearing masks, applying sanitizer, and also antibacterial wipes, I think.
Yep, I do agree about that. So, okay, so about online classes, what are the advantages of online classes during this pandemic, in your opinion?
I think the most primary advantage is the accessibility of time and place. This new method of online learning allows students like me to attend classes from any time and place.
What are the disadvantages of online classes?
I guess it is the internet problem. Because I'm using the source of internet connection from limited data, and sometimes I always lose the connection due to the expired data.
Basically, do you prefer online classes or physical class during this pandemic?
Of course, I do prefer online classes. This method helps me to be more confident, to gather more information and the lectures without facing each other.
Has this pandemic affect your daily life routines, and how?
Absolutely, yes. Basically, I'm used to be a traveler. I love to explore the new place outside my hometown with my family and friends. And guess what? Maybe 2 or 3 times in a month, me and my friends would plan to visit a lot of places such as the Teluk Cempedak at Kuantan, beaches and more. Yeah.
What do you think the advantage staying in a home during this MCO?
Actually, there are multiple advantages staying at home during MCO, such as help my parents at home. As a only one sister at home, there are a lot of things that I need to do to make my parents' life easier, like doing chores at home.
What is the impact of COVID-19 and lockdown on your mental health in university?
As what I see, there are a lot of stresses were identified that increase the level of stress and anxiety among students. I do agree that the lockdown has given me a lot of work. When the first lockdown was started in 2020, there are a lot of things that I have to manage, such as apps and improve my online learning
Do
skills.
you get help during the COVID season in university?
So far, there are no special assistant from my university. As you know, it is a private university.
Oh yeah, I see. It's
Yeah.
private university. So, what are the habits that you should practice to prevent COVID-19 in your university?
During this pandemic, I always remind myself to keep using hand sanitizer and surely wearing mask at any place that I have visited.
Okay, so Dina, thank you for your opinions and the huge information, and thank you for spending your time with me. So, see you later. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.
Hello, my name is Nomi Lily Anak Stewart, and I'm going to interview one of the students in UMS or University Malaysia Sabah as my interviewee for my final project in oral communication skills. She is Alvina Bulan Roland, which is the student of UMS, which one is one of my interviewee for my interview in oral communication skills in title of my group project, The New Normal Lifestyle of Students During the Pandemic of COVID-19. Why I choose her? I choose her because my target in my interview is the UMS student, and I want to interview her for my final project group. This interview was made in safe environment and controllable. Hi Avina.
Hello.
Okay, my name is Nomi Lily Anak Stewart, and I'm going to interview you about my topic, the new normal lifestyle of students during the pandemic of COVID-19. And I'm doing this interview for my final project in our oral communication skills. And the first question I want to ask you is about what program are you in?
I'm currently taking International Tropical Forestry in UMS.
Alright, when did you arrive in UMS?
I just arrived in UMS last March.
Can I ask how old are you?
I'm currently 21 years old.
In which university are you continuing your study?
I'm continuing my studying in University Malaysia Sabah.
How many people living in your house?
5 people, my parents and 2 of my older sisters.
Where do you come from?
I come from Miri, Sarawak.
How do you unplug at the end of each day to manage your workload of assignments and avoid burnout?
I usually listen to music, and to avoid burnout, I spend time with my friends doing indoor games.
Interesting. What are the interesting activities that can be done in UMS?
There are quite a few, like riding bikes and also visiting ODEC, which is the beach of UMS.
How do you feel to be in UMS?
I feel great.
Is this your first time to be in Sabah?
Yes, this is my first time.
Moving to our next question is about my issue topic, and the first question I want to ask you is about what example of essential you need to carry with yourself when you go outside during this pandemic?
Usually when I go out, I will wear a mask. I will bring along hand sanitizer or antibacterial wipes.
What are the disadvantages of online classes?
For me personally is internet problems. Some students live in rural areas cannot connect with the internet, which cause them to lose focus during classes, and yeah.
What are the advantages of online classes during this pandemic?
I think the advantages of online classes during pandemic is the efficiency. Teacher can teach students without having to go out due to this and the COVID-19. I don't think it's the right choice to go out.
Oh yeah, I can see that. Do you prefer online classes or physical classes?
I think I would prefer physical classes because for me personally, my course requires us to do a lot of lab activities. So I think physical activity is the best.
Alright. Has this pandemic affected your daily life routines and how?
It does somehow affect my daily routine, and it affects in a way that I cannot meet my friends anymore. We cannot hang out, and I cannot do my hobbies, for example, like jogging anymore.
Yeah, I see that. What do you think advantages staying at home during MCO?
I think the advantage of staying home during MCO is I get to spend time with my families. Before this pandemic happens, I cannot see my family that often because of work, and I'm quite grateful actually.
Okay. What is the impact of COVID-19 and lockdown on your mental health in university?
I think this COVID-19 had making me more stressful because we cannot actually express ourselves to our friends. We cannot meet up with them to talk about our problems, and yeah, I think that's fun.
Do you get help during the COVID season in university?
No.
How do you manage your emotion during this COVID-19 pandemic season?
I usually manage my emotion through talking with friends by phone, or usually I just listen to music. It helps calm me, my emotion.
Alright, I see that. What are the habits that you should practice to prevent COVID-19 in campus?
I always use hand sanitizer, and usually I wear masks everywhere I go, and to always stay clean.
Alright, Arina, thank you for spending your time to be my interviewee. That's all my questions, and thank you so much.
Thank you.